Hi everyone, very important video. If you know somebody who has been impacted by layoffs, or if you yourself are worried about job security or layoff. See, we all worked very hard, we all paid taxes. But what if the government steps in the difficult times? Because in the difficult times, we are mostly on our own struggling to meet the ends. So if the government can support farmers, if the government can support low income workers, or if the government can support startups, then why can't the government support us? So today in this video, I'm going to share some powerful, practical and much needed ideas that can help working professionals like you and me when they face unemployment or sudden layoffs, especially because we are the people who have been paying taxes diligently for years. All right, so let's deep dive. First idea is unemployment insurance for taxpayers. Imagine that you lose your job all of a sudden and then the government steps in to give you a stipend for the next 3 to 6 months. Let's say some 15,000 or 20,000 to survive, to support your family, to pay the rent, and helps you focus on your job search. This model exists in few countries like Germany, etc. In India, it can be planned and it can be funded by a contribution of the employee, employer, and the government, just like PF. Idea number 2, temporary tax relief certificate. Let's say you get fired or you lose your job mid-year, but in the 6 months that you have worked, you have already paid your taxes and now you're going to be jobless. So if the government issues you a job loss tax relief certificate, so the idea is that the government would then pay faster refunds of the taxes that you have already paid in the previous 6 months. This will actually help us balance our finances in tough times. Idea number 3, one-time layoff support grant from the government. Government can create a simple criteria based on past tax paying history and they can create a one-time grant of let's say 50,000 or 1 lakh rupees for professionals who lose their job all of a sudden. This is like a financial first aid. Of course, the government needs to allocate budget for this, but this can be planned within specific sectors where layoff is actually a big problem. Idea number 4, government can give us job transition support card. This can be like a digital card which can help the laid off employees to learn faster. So it can give them free or subsidized access to courses on Udemy, Coursera, or LinkedIn. Government can also include job search support, resume support, career support services, or maybe therapy sessions or mental wellness sessions. This will of course require collaboration between different ministries and the digital agencies, but this is again very much possible if somebody really wants to make it happen. Idea number 5, mandatory layoff notification by companies to government. So the government should make it mandatory for the companies to report to government how many employees the company is laying off, when and why, so that the government then automatically registers these affected employees in a database and then include these employees for any support grant, any support schemes for job assistance. This is highly practical and very much doable. Next idea is that government can support professionals who just lose job all of a sudden. Government can support them by freezing their EMIs or giving them zero interest loans up to a specific number. Of course, this is something which will need policy to be in place, but it will definitely help people because the biggest burden on people after they lose their job all of a sudden is the EMIs. And last but not the least, the final idea is that government should have a Restart India fund for working professionals to become freelancers or get into consulting, because a lot of professionals who get laid off want to start on their own. So the government can step in by giving a specific grant for these professionals to set up their website, give them some tax waiver, or help them with some marketing tools. This actually can help a lot of professionals who want to transition from full-time job to being a full-time freelancer. All right, to conclude, I want to say that India's middle class diligently pays taxes, creates jobs, and contributes to the economy. But when the layoff strikes, they have no safety net. It is time that we change that. Some of these ideas may not be practical at this moment, but some of them are definitely doable. Some of them may take time, but I believe all of them are necessary. If you agree, hit the like button and share this video in your network, specifically with people who can make this happen, or maybe tag your local MP or MLA. Also, comment below with your suggestions. Let's make sure that the next generation of Indian professionals never feel helpless in the time of layoffs. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. I'll see you in another video soon. Take care and bye for now.